If I have $10 million, then I want to use, when I go to university, then I want to use the $1 million. If I have less, then I want to give it to church, so I can help somebody.
Wow.
If I have more, then I'm gonna give it to my family.
If I have $10 million, 4 million for my parents, 2 million for Africa, 2 million for my car, 2 million for my house.
If I had $10 million, $9 million I will give to my mom and my father. $1 million I will donation to African people.
If I have $10 million, I will give half to my parents, and I will get half of and play, just play for fun.
When I have $10 million, I will throw it away because of our happiness can destroy.
If I had $10 million, I would use it for UNICEF. Because there is lots of kids that is starving and dying, so I want to help them.
If I have $10 million, first I will give my parents that $5 million, and I will put it in bank $5 million, and I will use
For your future?
future.
Okay.
If I have $1 million, I gonna give 90% money of my parents and family, and I gonna have 10%, and I gonna take my 10% of money with my parents for world tour.
와, 세계 여행. Good.
If I had $10 million, I will travel all around the world with my family and captain teacher. And I will eat all the delicious foods that I wanted to eat.
If I have a $10 million, I will donate some money to other poor people, and I will buy big house for live with my parents.
If I have $10 million, I will share with my family because my family is precious and I want to be happy and my family also.
If I had $10 million, I will buy sports car and 100 mansions and houses. Also, I will play with $10 million
Forever.
forever.
Thank you.
If I had $10 million, I will buy a great mansion and live with my family because I want to make them happy.
If I had $10 million, quarter of them, I'm gonna give it to African poor children, and half of them I'll get with my parents. For $5 million, I'm gonna put in the bank, and after 10 years, I'll get more money, like $10 million again. So at that time, I'm gonna buy some big house.
If I have $10 million, I will give $2 million to my parents. I will get only $1,000, and I will donate all to poor people like North Korea and African people and poor Korean people.
If I had $10 million, then I'm gonna save in bank for future. I'm not gonna use any money.
Okay.
If I have $10 million, first of all, I will give $3 billion to my parents and donation $2 million and buy some stuff like a house, car, or like that to $1 million, and I just collect that $4 billion and I put in the bank. This is my plan.
If I have $10 million,
I would just give some to like, my parents because they're my best friends. Also, I will just save for it in the bank, like half of it, for future because I don't know what if happens. Also, if I left, I will donate it to any workplace that doesn't have money or like dying, especially like Africa, some places. Thank you for listening.
If I have $10 million, $5 million I will give it to mom, and for another $5 million I will, if I will give it to my sister to go to OSS for like me, like she will be maybe group 11 or so, and if I have a son, my son will go to OSS again, and my son's sisters, and my sister's cousins, and I think so, yeah.
Thank you.
If I had $10 million, I would buy a new car, a new house, and some variety of expensive stuff that some riches can only have.
Wow.
If I had 10 million bucks, I would move to Canada with my family and I'll donate rest of the money to poor people.
And if I have $10 million, I'm gonna spend $5 million for poor country. Then I'll spend $3 million for my parents' trip, and I'm gonna use $2 million.
For yourself?
Yes.
When I have $10 million, I would give it to all African people because they don't have money, and then they can live because they don't have food to eat, so they need the money.
If I had $10 million, then I'll spend $5 million for my parents and $5 million to travel around the world.
If I had $10 million, I want to give to our poor peoples, and I want to give some of my parents, and I want to buy big houses, and I want to live with my parents forever.
If I have $10 million, I will send my grandparents to a lot of travel so that they can have fun in their life.
If I have how much? $10 million? What?
Backup.
Okay, whatever that is. I'll buy a fastest car in the world called Bugatti, and also lots of supercars including Ferrari and Lamborghini. They're really fast. Also, I'll ride them in Top Gear Raceway, so it'll be much fun. And because I'm speedy and dangerous, I like dangerous things, so I would buy a car if I had
$10 million?
$10 million.
Yeah, okay.
If I had $10 million, I'm a millionaire, as you know. And for $5 million, I'm going to go travel and examine something. And plus, I'm going to help my family or relatives and give them money. And for another $5 million, I'm going to use it for my dream job, which is doctor, maybe. And plus, I'm going to give it to some poor people, because our teacher told me that pay forward and pay back is really important. And some people are dying because they don't have enough food and drinks and money, so I'm going to provide them and help the world change.
Thank you.
If I have $10 million, I think I might buy a building in good city, so I don't need to work and I can just make money for rent. And I think I'll just use the money up for my parents and myself. Yeah.
If I have $10 million, I would like to go trips with my family, and I would like to share with my parents, and I would like to buy lots of presents for my parents. Thank you.
If I had $10 million, I would buy a huge house for my grandmother and to live with. my family.
If I have $10 million, I'll give to mom and dad and brother, and I'll buy some clothes and buy a house. And if there's leftover money, I'll donation to poor people.
If I have 10 million, I share with my family and poor people, and I will give to that hospital people.
If I have $10 million, I will donate $2 million to assess, $3 million to African children, and $5 million to mom, so mom can buy me an ice skating rink.
If I have 10 million, I will put 5 million in bank and give 5 million to my parents.
If I had the $10 million, I would use some of it for my families, and some of it for my for a donation to the Africa. And for my family, I would buy a nice car and nice houses, and to be happy. And for donation, I would donate it to Africa, who's now starving to death, and they're really poor. So that will make them happy and make the world better place. Thank you.
If I have $10 million, I will share with my parents if they're sick. I want to make them happy.
If I had $10 million, quarter of them I will give to my parents. Quarter of them I will buy all books for studying. Then the rest of them I will donate.
If I have $10 million, I will save $5 million for my future, and I will spend $5 million for African children, or I will donate to the others people.
If I have $10 million, I'll donate to Captain John and John, my own world, and my parents, so I could make them happy.
If I have $10 million, I will share it with my parents, and I'll spend it for later, for my school, and I'll put the rest of it in my bank. Thank you.
Hi, if I had $10 million, I will buy a department store and get more money out of it.
If I have $10 million, I will help poor people in the world.
If I have $10 million, I will get half, and I will give to my parents another half.
If I have $10 million, I'm going to buy a huge mansion in some awesome place, and I'm going to buy Bentley and Bugatti and Ferrari and Lamborghini for my car, and I'm going to buy awesome MacBooks and Alienware or many good computers for my awesome life. Thank you.
If I have $10 million, I will give all of my money to my parents.
If I have $10 million, I will put help money to the bank, and I will give help money to my parents.
Good.
If I have $10 million, and I will buy expensive Gangnam building, and because I can earn money a lot every month.
That is investment. Thank you.
If I have $10 million, I just changed it because I can earn more than $10 billion in my life. Captain says, thank you.
If I have $10 million, then I will use $100,000 for me, like buying something that I want, and the rest of them I will give to my parents.
If I have $10 million, I'll give it to my parents, and they can buy whatever they want.
If I had $10 million, I will spend $5 million in buying cars, and I will just put $5 million in bank. Yep.
If I have $10 million, quarter of money I will give parents, and another quarter of money I will put bank, and I will use stock, and another half of money I will use it for playing or buy something.
If I have $10 billion, then I will use half for my family, and another half I will donate for poor.
If I have $10 billion, I will donate $5 million to poor people, and other $5 million I will save in bank for my future.